Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7, Episode 17, Taste of Freedom. So let's just get into it. So it continues off with Jordan confused about what really happened after Ethan done drugged him. So he wakes up and he's like super confused about what happened. Come to find out, Ethan done set up this whole thing, like as if Jordan was cheating or whatever. So he's basically at Gary's office and he was showing him all the pictures that he done took, and Gary was super excited, like getting his rocks off, like, oh my god, he got all these pictures of Jordan and basically in an uncompromising position. So he got pictures of him with male and female prostitutes and stuff like that. And Ethan had asked him, like, what are you gonna do with these pictures? And he was like basically out to destroy him. And you could see on Ethan's face, like he had like a change of heart, like he really felt bad for what he did. But at the same time, he already gave them pictures to Gary. And Hudson come in and he was smiling too, like, oh my god, oh my god. Next thing you know, Andi walks in and she was like, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? I've been calling and calling you. And she goes on her back and take out some aspirin and gives him some water. And he takes it. She was like, you feel better? How in 1 second he's going to feel better, Andi? Really make sense. That sometimes I swear she's like so delusional and clueless at times, like, girl. But anyway, she basically tries to talk to him and was like, listen, I know how you feel about this whole Penelope situation and whatnot. Like, I need you to get, like, take a shower, rejuvenate and stuff like that. So he was like, yeah, sure. She was like, where's Ethan? He was like, he don't get back until later. So yeah, that's cool. I don't want him to see you like this. So after that, Andi said she was going to come back later, cook him dinner and whatnot. And he was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fine. And then she went on about her merry way. Next thing you know, Fatima gets to the job. She sees Hayden and Miss Marie together. Like, what are y'all doing together? Like, what the heck is that all about? So as Miss Marie leaves, she was talking to Hayden. And she was like, yeah, basically don't keep her waiting. Hayden then gave her to go upstairs for like an impromptu meeting, whatever, and then this is supposed to make her some coffee, whatever. So after that, Fatima approaches Hayden, and Hayden basically tells him, mind your business. That's not what it looks like. It is what it is. That almost Marie needed a ride to work because her driver had something going on. So they, yeah, whatever. So after that, they exchanged their words. Fatima basically went upstairs. She's calling Andi. Andi's basically like, listen, I'm 20 minutes away. She said, yeah, you need to get your butt here, but get your butt here because Hayden is up to something I can feel. She's like, yeah. Him and his slimy self, like, yeah. Him and Miss Marie, like, they slept together. It's giving those type of vibes. And Andi was like, yeah, I'm on my way. So after that, moving right along, Sabrina's at work talking to Maurice. Rich comes in, basically, he's trying to apologize. He brought her some juice. And she basically told him, listen, it's time for me to, like, you know, close up shop with you. And he's basically like, no, I love you. And all the other stuff. It's like, you're mad that she figured you out, but you still trying to stay face and say, oh my God, I love you. I want to still be with you. Then if that was the case, you wouldn't have suddenly constantly been like, on her about the birth control and stuff like that. It's like sometimes, okay, you may feel a certain type of way, like why you just didn't just like let it play out and see how things went. But anyway, you still badgering, like, oh my God, I don't want to be with her. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids. So if you don't want to have kids, why are you with her? Like, if there was a way that guys can have birth control, boy, it would be so much easier. Like, why everything always gotta fall onto a woman? Like, the woman's always the one behind everything. Like, it takes two to tango. So basically, Sabrina was like, Kitty's clothes, no shape, form, or fashion, any type of way. Is there anything going on down there? Whatever the case may be. And he felt some type of way. She was like, yeah, I guess it's time for you to leave. And Maurice was like, yeah, you heard what she said. All right, you beat it, Baldy. And it was just like, okay. So, yeah, we're going to see how things go between them two. What else? Zach go visit Karen to basically tell her, like, listen, me and Aaron are cool. I need for you and Fatima to be on the same page. And basically Karen was like, listen, that ship has sailed. No, you be coming back with some slick comments. Fatima's all for the love for the children. And she ain't trying to hear that. So, yeah. Trey also goes by the salon, talks to Pam, and he basically like let her know like you could tell he playing on her face, but she's like thinking he really want her and stuff like that. So he tells her like, yeah, I'm really into like getting to know you. You should like start handing out samples of your product so that you know you can get more clientele. And she's telling him all this stuff, and it's not paying him no mind, whatever the case would be. Like it's not paying her no mind. That's just what it is. So later on that day, I guess, Karen, she's outside. She went to go get something to drink or whatever the case would be, and she gets a phone call. Come to find out, it was Shauna, I guess, the person that owns the building and whatever. And she basically tells her like this: you didn't pay your bills or whatever, and the company card on file is basically overdrawn, and you gotta figure out a way to come up with all this money by the end of the week. And she was just like, this Pam. After getting off the phone, she ends up seeing Trey kissing this other girl, so she ended up taking pictures or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I got your Hines. I guess she probably has a radar over how guys really treat people, so she didn't like. I wonder if she's gonna just tell Pam straight up what was really going on with Trey, or she's probably gonna hold it and wait till things get bad to say something. Next, you know, Andi, she finally does come back over from work after eventually Andi gets to the job with Fatima and Miss Marie's there, and then hated that thing that he could one up her or whatever. So that thing, whatever. So it's like, hopefully that goes right, whatever. So now, you know, that also, let's see, Danny, she was supposed to, Tony was supposed to meet up with her after he met up with the kids and Tiffany while they were at work. And he was like, listen, you seem to realize, like, I'm not the VIP of this place. Like, I got keys to doors and stuff that you don't know. So stay by your phone 5 minutes. So later on that night, he went out with Tiffany and the kids. And while they was out eating, the daughter, Brianna, asked where was Miss Danny. And he was like, oh, she does something. And then the mom was like, oh, she couldn't make it. It's just for me and us a family time. But Tony, if you're not worried about being with her, why would it matter? Like, what if she said something wrong? Like, you should just told Danny up front, like, yeah, this is what was going on. But I guess he's still trying to stay fake, because maybe he still want to be with his ex-wife. Who knows? So it's now the next morning, and Danny finally gets up, and he's already fully dressed, about to walk out the door, and she's talking about, just do this, and he's like, no, you see, you was asleep last night, and I'm already dressed for work. So basically, she felt some type of way. And she was like, well, that never stopped you before. He was like, well, I'm on my way to work. And you could tell, if looks can kill, Tony would have been there, just right in there. Because it was just like, you doing too much. But at the same time, it is what it is. You're right. You got it. You cool. So later on that night, Andi does go back over to Jordan's house. She ends up getting a phone call while she's cooking dinner. And it's Sabrina was basically telling her, like, yeah, how are you doing or whatever, stuff like that. Next, you know, she's like, I gotta go, Andi, because she's cooking dinner and she didn't want to burn it. So Sabrina was like, okay, I love you. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And then after that, later on, Zach had went to go see Karen the day before or whatever, or the same day, whatever. It's like Karen, that's supposed to be like her uniform, because you see how everybody then changed their clothes she be still with that same dress. Like, girl, your life doesn't really revolve around the salon. Like, go home and do something. Like, girl, every time we see you in that salon in that same dress. So, Zach had visited Karen, and so that's what I said. And then later on that day, Fatima's reading Michael a book. And Zach was like, yeah, I went to go see Karen, basically tell her how me and Aaron are cool, and I think you and her should be on the same page. And basically Fatima was like, yeah, I agree, but it be her with the slick comeback. It really do be her. And he was like, well, maybe I can like get on the same page and talk to Karen so that, you know, we can be good and cordial for the kids, because we're gonna all be around each other, so to save face, like, be cordial around each other. So while Andy's home cooking dinner, meanwhile, nobody know about the bugged up camera that's in Jordan's house. So Gary's listening to everything that Andy and Jordan could say to her. So Andy finally told Jordan that she loves him, and he was super excited about the day. He started to pray, and as he was praying, she blew up the spot and told him, like, I know where Penelope is. This isn't as me and Penelope have this thing against Gary, and we got to go testify. And Gary's watching this whole entire thing in his office on a computer. So the next morning, Andy gets to work, Gary is in the parking garage, and he basically gave her an ultimatum, like, listen, I know everything between you and Penelope. Like, you're going to marry me, or else you're going to end up just like my son. So, yeah, if I was you, yeah, it's time to let it go. It's crazy. I could have sworn Andy had all this money. Why is she still riding around in this car that he got her with that dirty money? Like, it's still living in the penthouse. Like, girl, if you had so much money, why you just didn't get everything back the way you had before you met this clown? So she obviously ain't got it like she got it. Like she say she got it. But yeah, I believe this is everything that happened in this episode. I hope I don't watch it so much that it's like, ugh. But anyways, if I forgot anything, let me know in the comment section down below. Give me a like, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.